Day 12. The room is just the judge, you just live in it. This is the unfiltered reality. Let me tell you a secret about family court that nobody will ever admit publicly. You could walk into that court with Jesus Christ, Albert Einstein, and every Marvel superhero as a witness. And if you look unstable, they'll side with the crackhead who turned up late and can't spell their own name. That's the game. And here's the kicker. Family court doesn't check if you're stable. It checks if you look stable. This isn't a legal process. It's a vibe audit run by people pretending they're not doing a vibe audit. You walk in calm, measured, grounded, and the judge thinks, oh, lovely, a grown-up, a rare Pokemon. You walk in twitchy, fidgety, breathing like a dying accordion, and they think danger, might throw a chair. It's that crude. The courtroom is basically a bad first date. Think about it. Family court is just a badly lit speed dating event where the judge has to decide which parent they'd rather be stuck in a lift with. That's the truth. If they look at you and think, yes, this person won't start screaming halfway down up the lift, you win. But if they look at you and they think, ooh, Jesus Christ, if I press that emergency button, they're going to cry or punch the wall, and then you lose. Your entire future hinges on whether you look like the sanest person in the room, full of reactive adults. And your ex is going to go full amateur dramatics, Oscar season, grease paint, fake tears, fake anxiety, fake shaking, overacting like they're auditioning for a role in EastEnders. Let them, and just let them. Your job is not to outperform the circus. Your job is to sit there like a Buddhist monk who has reached enlightenment and no longer gives a fuck. That's the reality. You don't need to look strong. You need to look boring. That's because boring equals safe. Safe equals predictable. Predictable equals a judge that can justify you giving you more parenting time without having nightmares about it being appealed. They're not looking for passion. They're looking for peace and quiet. If you need to give off energy of a man who irons socks and for fun, level, still, natural, low maintenance, you're not trying to impress the judge. You're trying to convince them you won't ruin their lunch break. The silence strategy. When they ask you a question, you pause, not dramatically, just enough for them to think, yes, this one has a brain and he uses it before speaking. And then you answer directly. You don't ramble, you don't justify, you don't defend, you don't explain the whole novel of your suffering. You answer exactly the question and nothing else. And while the other parent is doing emotional gymnastics, you remain still, not cold, not robotic, just still. Like you've taken the emotional WD-40 and greased all your internal gears. The other parent destroys themselves. While you're calm, they're vibrating like a microwave on fire. While you pause, they interrupt. While you stay natural, they act like a live grenade with a Wi-Fi. And the judge notices. They always notice. Trust me, they always notice. Because judges aren't actually reading your statements. They're reading your behavior. And suddenly, without saying a word, you've flipped the entire psychological narrative. You are stable. They are unpredictable. You are grounded. They are chaotic. You are safe. They are risk. Not because you attacked them, not because you proved anything, but because your energy contrasts with theirs so brutally the judge could not unsee it. Now, the essence of day 12, if I had to boil this entire lesson into one sentence, it's this. You are not just presenting your case. You're presenting your nervous system. Control that and you control the room. Control the room and the system bends towards you. Today's task. Practice entering a room and doing nothing. No tension, no twitching, no breathing, theatrics, no energy leaks. Sit like a man who's already won, because the moment you look like the calmest person in the room, you already have.